Okay, well. What time is it? I hope that I did. Oh shit! I need to reverse the camera. There it is. Let's see if I can do this. All right, I think that's right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, did we actually hit the time? I know, like nobody's going to come. So, but
what time were you going to start?
I said 8:30. So
well, we're running late.
8:43. Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe there were like hundreds of people that were waiting, and then I just
Fortunately, they're
home late. I don't know.
They're home like this.
What?
There we go. Are you wearing? Fortunately, I can't believe you didn't come up with this idea. Mask magazine.
Oh, a bunch of. Oh, yeah, but
no, it's not.
A bunch of yeses and nos together. It looks like. So, let's see. So yeah. So I did. I had more eBay sales this week. You know.
Oh yes. What's the number? What's
right,
the tote? We feel like there should be a tote board.
Like one of those red thermometers.
Like the telethon.
Yeah. Who is it that did all those telethons?
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis. Yeah, that's right.
Tiffany, Eddie.
That's a reference. Okay, so I am at $1,606.
Wow, you've beaten your $1,000 goal.
Right. Well, I mean, the goal is really about $2,000, I think, because that. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's a moving target now.
Well, it's because my apartment's still full of crap. So
can you even see a little less after $1,600 of garbage gone? Can you see just even?
I mean, it's like a punk show, as they sort of have to do like a crowd surf over like a bunch of junk.
No,
it's been okay, but again, just some really mostly pretty small items. But what's going on here?
What happened?
I don't know. I'm getting vibrated from something. But I don't know. Oh, here. No.
One of your many phones are ringing.
What? Yeah, something is going crazy.
Chris answers his phone.
I don't know what's going on. What is this thing? No. I bet you it's this thing. I bet you people are actually trying to talk.
People are tuning in?
Well,
that's right. I can sign on.
That's right. You can do that.
Let's
actually,
watch.
I brought this.
It might go something
no, it's
like
the
this.
tablet that was going crazy for a second. So yeah. So let's see. I was supposed to have water here, but now that we have to do this all formally, let me go get this.
Your cup, your personal cup.
Right.
I forget what the Instagram app looks like, so I could never find it. It's not that one. iCloud, no. LinkedIn.
Now, I've seen this on TV a million times. I'm supposed to have this thing facing the camera.
Oh, yeah, that's the money shot.
As I sit here and but I can't put it on the table, of course.
Why not?
Because of the fucking.
Oh, because of the microphone.
Right, of course. You remember that?
Yeah, that was a problem.
It was. You always used to put your foot on the. We were trying to find good places. Oh, there it goes. What are you doing on your phone?
I'm looking for you, Christoph. Here we are.
You know how bad that looks on.
No, I'm going to tell you who's on. Mr. Smith, 706.
Okay.
I'm joining.
Is that just one?
One.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Hi, Mr. Smith. Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
Now we're up to 2.
Well, yeah. That's
the other one may be me.
The other one is you. Yes, we already got that. But one with. I guess what we really need to do is we need to have like a monitor, if you will. So that's what I brought this thing for.
Oh, we can see what's going on.
Right. So we can exactly. So
that you could probably put on the table.
Yes, that was the whole idea. As I said, we have everything but content this week. It's good. Content and lighting. It's kind of stuffy in here. Do you regularly live in this?
No, but there's barely 2 people here. Usually it's 1, so it's a lot. I'm not gonna turn on the air conditioning, but I'll open the. Let's get some air.
Finally, he's gone.
The other problem with this is the cat's gonna join me.
Oh, it's okay. That's fine.
We'll have 3 guests.
That's okay. The cat's coming in. So yeah. So let's see. It's just like doing a podcast. I'm actually don't have any content at all. I've been going through this book.
I thought you had something specific to. I thought you had something specific you wanted to do with this week's.
Did I?
This week, yes. I can quote you from your text. Maybe it helps.
That would help.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what I talked about?
Let's see what you.
I don't remember these things.
You had.
If we have a planning meeting, then I completely forget the plan.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah, we had some pretty funny exchanges this week. Oh, that was great. At the
sewing, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Go ahead.
If you look at my Instagram story, you can see my current setup for our next live show.
Yeah. Okay,
it involves
fine.
an iPhone 6 and the Zoom microphone.
Right, but that's just a setup.
Oh,
that's not content.
I thought you meant the setup for the show.
No, I mean
the content. Okay.
Yeah. We have a higher quality production value this week. I mean, sure, of course,
right.
but no, it's going to be something more than that.
Mr. Smith is still with us.
Well, I'm sure it's just it's all a mistake. Oh man.
All right.
Here, let me just log in over here. Let's see. What's
now
my...
there'll be 3 people because...
what is my Facebook password? Yeah, some people say, what's my Facebook password? DM17?
Is that Facebook? You're on Instagram.
Right. This all won't be the same company. I don't know if you realize
that. You use the same password?
Yes.
Oh.
No. I'll have to log in with Facebook in order to get on there. Are you new to the world?
No, I think I have separate passwords.
Oh well, I use my Facebook account for Instagram.
Use your MySpace password. That will get you on.
Yeah.
And you have dial-up, so it'll be.
Man, it's kind of silly. So yeah, that is something in my pile. I don't think I'll ever be able to sell. Is I've got some old modems, like actual dial-up modems.
Unless someone wants it for a museum.
I bet you that there is more museum quality instances of what I have. Gosh, why does this thing not work? You think I came prepared, but it's just all a travesty. Let's see. So yeah, anything else happened this week?
What else happened? We social distance. Someone must have died. Some people died.
Yeah, I think like tens of thousands.
Oh no, but somebody else died. Somebody famous died.
Really?
Yeah, there was Eddie Haskell died.
Who's Eddie Haskell?
From Leave It to Beaver. Oh, and is that a new dress you're wearing, Mrs. Cleaver? That guy? You don't know who that is?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Eddie Haskell, dead. Well, whatever his real name was.
Oh wait a second. So I can't view my own live. Oh, how lame. So I can't have it on 2 devices. So I can't even use it as a monitor.
Let's use mine.
Cheesy.
We'll use mine.
I mean, like that. It's almost like they're trying to be low quality productions.
Here we go.
Yeah. So but you have to make sure. You have to make sure your screen always stays on.
Oh man. Oh
gosh.
Well, I don't usually stick with you. I don't usually stick with the show. I'm not a fan.
I don't have the tools.
All right.
Don't worry about it. We can just turn on occasionally and see what's going on. So yeah, no, there's just Mr. Smith, and who is this person? It's so
maybe you'd like to comment.
It's so mysterious. I mean,
does he tune in every week?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I have a stalker.
It should be Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I'd love to have a stalker. Have you ever thought about having this? I have a story about that.
You've had a stalker?
No, the opposite actually.
Was that the doorbell?
No. Here, let me look at this person.
Doorbell.
Well,
I'm gonna go see.
All right.
It's the neighbors.
No, this person has 0 posts, 0 followers, and 1 following. It's just me. Oh, is that you? Are you Mr. Smith?
No.
Who is this? All right, whatever.
No, because Mr. Smith is separate from me on this.
That's wild.
Yeah. See, I'm here, and Mr. Smith is somebody else. I've sent my request. You haven't okayed it. But it doesn't seem to have stopped me from watching.
But it's just this one person.
He was our viewer last week?
Yeah, isn't it wild? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Well, anyway, let's go back to what I was saying before, which was, this was back in college. And I all of a sudden, I realized that some people, like, somehow changed on me, and they were, like, treating me like I was some kind of creepy, crazy person. And I had no idea what that was all about. Like, people that used to be my friends all of a sudden were giving me, like, a cold shoulder and stuff, and then, like, oh, yeah, I heard you're stalking this guy. And I was like, who? And I had no idea who it was. I had no idea who this person was.
It was the other Chris McKenzie, the guy.
And I don't think I ever, maybe I met him once, so I have no idea what I realized. And so I was like, where the heck did this idea come from? That I was stalking this person who I don't even know. Is that at the time, I lived in a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And I walked to school, and he lived on the same cul-de-sac.
But you didn't know him.
I didn't know him.
Oh.
So he'd see me walking by.
And thought you were following.
And thought that I'm, like, stalking him.
Yeah.
Because I happen to live in the same street as him. What a crazy... And so once I found that out, whenever I see him, like, walking down the street, like, ah! You know, and then he'd turn around and start running. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Where's he now? He lives at 426
actually,
apartment 2B.
Actually, funny thing is I do know what he's doing right now because he works in the New York City, on the NYC radio hour.
Oh.
And I was listening to some show that came after it, and they were doing the credits at the end. I was like,
"Yeah,
you mean that one?
You think it's the same one?"
No, I looked it up. It was the same. It was the same person. I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I better close right now, or else he's going to accuse me of that shit again.
He'll see how you're following him on Instagram, and
I had no idea what this person is.
Oh.
Like,
so he doesn't live here anymore. He lives in.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that wasn't a trick question.
I've got no clue. Again, I think I don't know if I've even exchanged words. Oh. I think that early on I did, and I said, because I was so angry, I said, "Why do you think I'm stalking you?" You know, and I saw him. So what? Like, what do you think? You know, and I think he was like, "You know why?" or something like diffusive. And later on, it became known that the guy was just crazy.
Oh.
Because I guess I was the first person that he did this wacky stuff to.
Yeah.
But then a few months later, people are like, yeah, he talks about aliens, and he's like, some kind of, he's a little loony. And so I think I got my reputation back as actually not hiding in his bushes. But it was still an ongoing joke for a couple of years. I really enjoyed it. Just the idea of I wanted to get a set of binoculars, so when I walked to school, I would just hold it up to his window and keep on walking. just some ridiculous stuff.
Right, you should have played right into it.
Mm-hmm. I had a trench coat to walk by, some dark shades on.
But the disguise that doesn't say what were you, 13? So maybe a mustache, a fake mustache, or like a fedora, something that you would not have worn.
Right, just the Groucho shades would be good.
The mustache, the glasses, nose, and mustache.
Oh man, yeah. Notice I did not name the name. Which is very good.
Good idea, because he might be Mr. Smith.
Well, no, I mean, it's disrespectful too, because if this guy generally does have a mental problem, like I'm not gonna do that.
If he does, he already knows you're. It's too late.
Maybe it's like one of those Republican projections where they're like no, you're being political, and he was actually just stalking me. I just didn't notice it because I'm just not aware. And I just thought it was a bird all the time. Like, what is that stupid bird again? Lay out of my bushes. You know?
What was that? Wasn't that? Nah. Someone else died this week. Eddie Haskell and somebody else died. Look it up. Let's go to the phones.
Well, why do you look? There's this. Have you ever seen Stalag 17?
Oh yes, of course.
You know how there's this one character that was really sort of into the obituaries and read them every time?
In Stalag 17?
Yes.
Where would they get a newspaper?
They don't get the newspapers. And he'd come out and he'd comically read them in some kind of macabre kind of.
Oh, all right.
And that's you.
Yeah, I do want to know.
But you're not a prisoner of
George. But I'm a prisoner anyway. Prisoner of love. I'm locked in. I'm locked in here for the last. This is day 70.
No, have you counted?
Yeah, I counted today. It's day 70.
Day 70.
And 70 days for this beard too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
trimmed it a little. But
I'd expect more out of day 70.
More? Oh, because I had to trim it because I couldn't. It was curling up. I couldn't see properly, so I did have to.
It was becoming a true Jew beard, and now you just have a Hollywood beard.
Well, I thought if it came down here, I would go with it, but it was curly, so it was going up.
You couldn't navigate the direction of it. Yeah.
Day 70 because it was March, whatever it was.
18th or so.
Well, 18th was the official lockdown where they said you can't do anything.
But it's not even a lockdown. It's not like they have police coming around. It's more like this is the
safer at home.
Yeah, it's more like it'd be really nice if you don't go out.
I'd like it better if they would have people that say, "Can I see your papers?" I think I'd enjoy it because then we could sneak around and that would be fun.
I like how your grandmother. Your grandmother was doing that back in Germany. But if they would do that, we could do things like tunnel out, in The Sound of Music. I think that would be good. I did show you that video of this guy in the UK who dressed up as a bush, as you
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
That would be much funnier if we could have speaking of Stalag 17, like in Hogan's Heroes, we could have the emergency tunnel and the escape, and we could have radio room and sneaking out, and the police would not know anything.
Well, look, I really like Vietnamese food, but I don't want to live like them.
Yeah.
You don't
want to go to Orange County?
No, I was talking about the Vietnam War with the tunnels.
That would no. I was talking about World War II.
Oh,
Hogan's Heroes takes place during World War II. But nevertheless,
I've never seen Hogan's Heroes.
You've never seen it?
I haven't.
Well, it's on an hour. You can watch an episode.
I could, yeah, but I think that would even be more boring. Is that people watching us watching TV?
That's right. And someone's got an Instagram live of them watching this.
I'm sure that those things exist.
That would be brilliantly meta.
Most of the Instagram live stuff is pretty awful. It's just it's one person holding a camera saying, "Hi guys," and then
cooking or
and you watch for 30 seconds. You're like, okay, I'm done with this.
Playing with their cat. Well, but we have a solid viewer. Mr. Smith won't turn it off.
Is
I'm
still?
sure
Do we still only have one? I don't even know. I still think it's no. There's a few people saying, "Oh, look."
Who else has joined us?
I'm chopped liver. I see. I'm here. Cool. A few people did. And then they left.
So they left already.
It's okay. So we currently have one. It looks like is that what it says?
There should be two because I'm on, and
no,
I'm not Mr. Smith.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can I see your phone? So, hello, Xander. Hold on, I'm trying to find out because I don't believe this. How do I get rid of this thing? All right, I can't put the phone down while we have content here. What did you? Well, hold on. Maybe I can bring him in. Let me see if I can do this. So I don't know.
Xander's back. Hi, Xander. Thanks for joining us.
Go live with Xander.
And Deutsch is here.
Oh, look, it's my boss.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes, Isaac Deutsch. Yeah.
Isaac Deutsch is joined.
Oh yeah.
I'm in complete darkness right now.
It's my. Are you gonna do this, Xander?
Yeah, just I'm in.
Yeah, I think Deutsch is my
Right
boss.
on.
So
Here.
I don't know what he's just trying to spy on me, I guess.
Hello.
Oh look, there's.
Isaac Joyce loves this, so there he is.
Oh well, okay. So if you're here, you actually have to produce content. You can't just sort of stand there like.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I can't hear you. I can't hear you because there's a microphone being plugged in. Oh no! This is terrible.
And you can't turn on your own.
Yeah, but
hold on.
Can't your friend?
Do I have headphones here? This is awful. So prepared. Oh, actually, yeah. I know this is very bad cinema, but I'll be right back.
He'll be right back. While he's gone, I'll read to you from Mask Magazine. I can't believe Chris didn't come up with the idea of profiteering off masks.
So I wonder if like the movie The Mask has any more meaning right now. The Jim Carrey movie from the mid-90s. So what I can do now is this.
Okay.
I know that he was going to leave.
Now you can hear.
I think I can hear you. Can you say something?
Hello. Yeah.
Oh yes.
But your friend is on the call. Why didn't he hear me when I was talking?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he did. But now I have to be over here.
Yeah.
It's just not very. Actually, I can do this. Hold on.
No, but everyone else's screen is full screen.
When you.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not.
No. It's a shared thing.
Yeah. Isaac is on. Oh, I can turn up Isaac's sound.
Oh yeah. You could turn that thing on. But there's a delay.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, there's about a 5-second delay. It's like a 20-second delay.
Yeah, that's not going to work. That's like when people have the radio on when they call in.
Yeah.
So turn on your radio when you call in. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, there's a long delay.
Yeah, it's so good. So what I can do right now is this. And I'm off camera just because, that's just what it is. So actually, I this robe, I have,
And it'll be back in a second.
let me see. I just have to do this and this.
I think I got to move over this way a little.
No, you're good. At this point, I can do See, I have all of these wires here. There's now I can hear you if you want it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever seen the I Love Lucy episode with the Texas oilman?
What happens? I'm sure I've seen it. What happens?
So there's this guy that moves into the apartment complex who has a bunch of oil wells in Texas, super rich, and he very kindly says, the Ricardos, you're really nice. I'll give you some oil wells, blah 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 blah. But then somehow they get it in their head that he's like a scam artist.
Yeah.
And so then Lucy goes up to try to record it. But of course, it's like, can you move down a bit so we can both be on this thing? So, but then it's
I'm off screen over here.
Oh, you are? No, you're both on.
Just get rid of this.
Yeah, you know what this is like? This is like the single camera setup with the Burns and Allen TV show back, and it's not great, see? When they're super close to each other.
I'm on my first joint live right now.
Here we go. This isn't social distancing, but
yeah.
The Trader Joe's style is social distancing.
So Brent, Ethel, and Lucy and Desi.
Yeah, and so basically what happened is that they would she went up there to try to record it, and she had like a giant flower. It was like 1950s recording technology, and Ethel was like out in the hallway with a cassette recorder,
Reel to reel.
And the cable wasn't long enough, so she was just like this, and it was, and so when I'm like this thing with all these cables on here, I feel like
very old school.
I feel like I guess you could do this all wirelessly today. I guess
Bluetooth.
I tried to do it Bluetooth. I tried that earlier this week, but I wasn't able to pull it off. So Xander is not he's not producing right now. He's
Oh my God,
Can you
I
hear
was
him?
not
Can you hear
prepared.
Sandy?
I'm like setting up.
Yeah,
the
but he's just sort of
right now.
standing there.
I just got
Now
my
here's the difference.
computer.
So let's compare this thing.
I'm setting
Xander's
up my
doing what
lighting
is a
right
typical Instagram live right now. The camera in his hand, being super shaky.
No,
you know,
wait, no.
just
I'm
talking
about to put
into
it
it,
on
like
a
not being able to do
tripod.
anything.
I'm about to put it on a tripod.
Okay.
Don't you worry. You know, did not
And,
expect that.
and you know,
I got
this
you.
thing,
I
like we
got
have
you.
a microphone, we have like everything set up. Oh, you have a proper green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so what he's going to put in the background now?
Can't I don't think you can do that on Instagram.
You can't do that on live.
No,
No, too bad.
it's okay. So, what do you use the green screen for?
I was working on like Santa Monica College, they've been doing film challenges every week.
Was he using green screen?
I have to tell him. So basically, he's doing film challenges every week.
Oh.
And I know I feel like a translator, and it's like,
Simultaneous translation.
ustedes usando el channel de film todas las semanas. So like I have to, yeah, be like the Spanish.
That's exactly what I said. You're so amazing.
Yeah, I want to be like the worst Spanish translator, like the ones that do like the ones that did the sign language, like and they're not real sign language. Yeah. I want to somehow get in there and be like a Spanish translator, and I have like high school Spanish, and then
you keep asking people where the baño is.
Yeah, or my pencil is yellow. Yeah, it'd be good.
A Dundas train station.
You have the Spanish diplomat looking at them like, huh? Huh? How can I respond to this? Okay, so film challenges. Tell me a bit about what kind of film challenges that you've been dealing with recently.
Well, the one that I was using the green screen for, work in progress, that a Santa Monica College student wrote a screenplay that then everyone in the club would film it with their own vision. So we are all filming our own concept of the same screenplay.
Is there any way you can turn your phone, sort of diagonally, so now you're upside down.
Now you're upside down.
Okay, that way. Yes, correct. Okay. And now our heads should be around the same height, and we should have about the same level of distance. Correct. Perfect. Now we have the proper interview format. Very good. Okay, please go on.
So everyone was filming their version of the same script, and it was this horror, like abstract, just like experimental piece of like this senior citizen that is borderline.
What? Okay, so it's an experimental thing of senior citizen that's borderline. Here. Let's do it like this.
All right, here we go.
Here, now we can both hear. I'll have a better solution next week. I promise. I'll have like a little sort of speaker to plug into. So what do you mean by borderline?
Here, let me look up borderline.
No. Don't look anything up. That makes for a bad thing. You have to tell me.
Well, no,
reading and thinking looks bad on screen. You know that.
I think it's different than dissociative identity disorder.
Okay.
But borderline is similar to like dissociative identity disorder and bipolar, where it's like or schizophrenia. Not. I mean, yeah, all of them. It's like it's very similar of like this, like the changes in personality.
I thought borderline was just a Madonna song.
No, borderline is a mental illness.
Oh.
Yeah. You should be more familiar with that.
Okay.
Do you want to hear the script?
No.
Yes.
Wait a second. Did you write it?
No.
Okay, yes.
Wow.
Hey, I got a story for you. Okay, so an unnamed person, a friend of mine, who is trying to be an aspiring screenwriter, was working on a script for a long time, and then he said, "I want," or he or she, I should say, I want to keep completely honest. So I'll give this to you to see, super proud of it. And I read through it, and it read like some kind of like disassociative kind of like stream of consciousness. Like
Some kind of borderline.
I couldn't tell, like what if the person had taken a script and shuffled it like a deck of playing cards a few times, like it would have read the same. And I noticed there weren't page numbers on it, and so I said, I know this is kind of crazy, but like, are these pages in order? And yeah, of course. Why? Wow, it was pretty crazy, yeah. And now the person's won 3 Academy Awards. No, I'm kidding. Continue. Okay, so give me the what's the thing called, a pitch for the script?
Elevator pitch.
Yeah,
pitch
yeah.
Just 3 sentences. Yeah.
Okay. So the 11th floor, please. Oh, hi, Xander. While we're going up to the 11th floor, tell me about your script.
Well, it's not my script. A colleague at Santa Monica College wrote this abstract film about a girl that suddenly wakes up and discovers that she's like kidnapped. Her hands are tied together, and there's this mysterious, creepy old man not making sense, and then she wakes up from a really bad nightmare.
It sounds like Saw. Doesn't it? Like the same premise. Like, okay. All right, no, let's go on. Okay. So there's a script that exists. So where do you come in here? So you're the creepy old man?
Well,
or are you the girl? I mean,
both. Because I'm quarantined, so I mean,
okay.
so I wanted to animate or do off-screen stuff. Unless I wanted to animate or do off-screen stuff or whatever. But like, I mean, because I have 2 roommates right now, but then June on, I'm gonna be by myself for a bit. So yeah, so I could have had one of them do it, but no, I was both characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that you used to rely a lot on costuming as opposed to character development. So because like there are some people that just do characters, right? And like they're really good at it. Like they can sit here and say, all right, I'm gonna be a creepy old man, and without any costume change at all, and they take on that thing, and you're like, oh wow, that was really good. And I'm gonna be like, a young innocent girl, and like, whoa, that was amazing. But I've never seen that. I think that would be amazing if I saw that from you. But I bet you have some elaborate costumes. So let's do it.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
It might go something like this.
I guess a typical act.
Well, hey there, Chris.
Okay, so is that the girl or the old man?
I don't know. You tell me. Which one is it?
Well, I got the strangest direction of my life right now, so I can't figure it out. No, it's the old man, of course.
It's the creepy young girl.
Wait, is there somebody else in here? So is somebody else is posting?
Yeah,
now someone else just joined the chat, and they're gonna be like, "What kind of Instagram live is this?"
It's still Xander.
Yeah, somebody else.
And who's Mech?
Yeah, they
Mector.
just joined.
I don't know who these people are.
Oh, you have some fans.
And I think people are just coming by and just doing this kind of stuff. That's okay.
Here,
Jay Leno will join us.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So we were at the pavilions earlier today, and we saw this
supermarket.
And this is like a half an hour ago, and Jay Leno was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he looked terrible. He looked like he was homeless.
And he was with his wife, and then we went to the parking lot to try to find some, antique roadster.
Some like luxury car.
And he left in a Fiat.
Yeah,
red Fiat.
Yeah, some cheap ass car. And so we're like, I mean,
He's with the wife.
Jeff Bezos made $10 billion, but I think that Jay Leno lost all. Yeah, he's not doing it. No, but he had his shirt down like this.
He just looked like he just rolled out of bed.
Yeah,
but I guess he was covered. His face was covered, maybe thought no one would recognize him.
Oh, come on. I mean, that's the thing is that even though Jay Leno's face was covered and he was wearing the mask, most people, the mask covers the chin, but for him, the chin was still, seriously, the chin was still like out to here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not joking.
It
did not cover the chin.
Classics.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I wasn't able to do what I really want to do whenever I see like a celebrity, is look up like their IMDb and find like the first sort of credited role and say, oh my God, were you the uncredited, second gunman in the 1974 episode of I know you. I like the least prestigious role. I've done it a few times.
Aren't you juror number 6?
I think I did that with John Waters.
Yeah, he probably laughed.
He did. I said because he played an extra or a side part in some of his earlier movies.
Yeah. And
so I remember when I met him, and I said something like, "Wait a second, weren't you the photographer?" And said, yes, I was. That's what I would have done if I met Alfred Hitchcock too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Weren't you on the newspaper in the boat?
That is true. He was on the newspaper. How did you know that obscure little fact? Have you seen that movie?
Lifeboat. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen it? Isn't it good? When it comes to like these classic directors, I think that there's very few of them that did like a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, he has good ones and
he has again some not so good ones, especially his later ones.
Yeah,
like Topaz
I watched the Johnny
Family
Depp one.
Plot. What?
I watched the Johnny Depp one he did recently. That was pretty fun. I forgot what it's called.
The Johnny Depp movie?
Yeah, it was like Johnny Depp was like one of his first movies in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Johnny Depp's film debut was in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Couldn't it be? Was it Family Plot then?
Or Friday the 13th? Yeah, I thought it was.
Look it up.
Hitchcock's last movie was
Family Plot.
Yeah.
It's Family Plot in like 75.
Oh, you're talking about Hitchcock?
Yeah.
No, I was talking about John Waters.
No.
Yeah, I saw the Johnny Depp.
No. No, I saw that one. It's Crybaby.
Oh, Crybaby.
Yeah, Crybaby.
No, Crybaby is a fun movie.
Yeah, that was really fun.
It's a good musical.
Oh my God, there's so much stuff that's so politically incorrect now.
No, my favorite line about that is that they're like in a car and the daughter is with her very sort of pearl clutching mother, and she's saying and then there's a guy in the back, and then she's saying, "Oh, you know what, Mom? Like, I just want something that's hip, something that's cool." And then her mother looks so peeved. Says, "Where did you learn that vulgar jazz language?" As if cool is a profane.
Let's just put this somewhere else.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because like the thing about like I think that the last comedy that worked with John Waters was probably Serial Mom, which I think was great. But everything past that has been crap.
What has he done since then? He's done only
he's
more.
Written books.
Yeah, and he did that documentary.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's just done with the comedy. Because, even in his interview, he talks about like, oh, in my older films, blah, 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 blah.
In his earlier
films. Oh, and not only that, but like, somebody basically said, hey, well, John, you could get back to this stuff. Like, you don't have to do a $10 million production.
Yeah.
Just because you're famous.
He could do that other stuff on Super 8 in his backyard.
Well, not only that, but like, you could just take out your smartphone.
That's right.
And just go like upload it directly to YouTube. And basically like, all the stuff, you can do it super cheap and people will love you. And, he just didn't seem to be interested in it because he said, yeah, but it's not true film. And so, he's got this like snobby sort of like, it's not the cinema experience.
Yeah.
He's just old fashioned. He's not with the times. Like he doesn't think that people should be like, watching cinema on their, and it's like,
On their
dude,
phones?
dude, you did Pink Flamingos. Like, don't shut up about the cinema shit.
Someone eats shit in Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, give me a break.
Really,
like, you are not a purveyor of fine cinema. Like Divine was not fine cinema. Like you were Four Chan before Chan existed. This is,
How old do you think John Ward is?
70.
Let's see.
He still lives in Maryland. You know that?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Let's see. You think he's?
Oh, come on, stop. He's like 73, maybe 70, somewhere around there. I mean, Mink Stoll's still alive from those days, but that's about it for like the original sort of cast.
93.
No, he's not.
He's 74.
74, yeah. Yeah. You know, he hasn't. You know, that mustache has been drawn on him for years, and he admits it.
Yeah.
He even says, "Oh no," he talked about like he uses a specific pencil for it and just sort of draws it up.
This is all fake.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, I think we've gone over this thing how like when it's really rare that people end up doing excellent movies when they get older. The guy that did the Mad Max movie, I think was really good, right? Like,
Oh yeah, what's his name?
The latest one took 10 years to film.
right, but it was really good.
It
Though.
was really good. Yeah.
And he was like 70 something.
Yeah.
George Miller.
Right. And you know, and if you look at like these people that like did really well early in their career, like maybe John Romero or something like that, or Clyde Barker, or who's the one that did Scream?
Kevin Williamson.
No. The director. He also did Nightmare on Elm Street. He's dead now. It doesn't really matter.
Oh.
But yeah, it's Robert Zemeckis, right?
Yeah.
You know, or even Steven Spielberg. You know, he's not doing what he used to do.
Not doing Jaws anymore.
Yeah, and so you know, a lot of these people just Coppola's put complete shit. Or who's McCall, the guy that did Dr. Strangelove? What's his face?
Oh yeah, but he's dead.
Yeah, but Eyes Wide Shut was not a good movie.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah,
it was unwatchable.
His final movies were crap. I think that Billy Wilder, again, I can go back, John Huston. I think those are the two exceptions I can think of.
Billy Wilder's stuff at the end wasn't very good either.
Yeah, 70s stuff? Oh, yeah, you're right.
Charlie Chaplin's last films were shit.
Yeah. I think that Charlie Chaplin's last good film was Modern Times.
As soon as he went to sound, it didn't work for Chaplin.
Yeah, I think that's it. I watched The Great Dictator. I think it was terrible.
The Three Stooges did that first, the parody of Hitler first.
Yeah, you know, when you're talking about like the Great Dictator, I think that like the end scene of Duck Soup was a much better war thing.
Yeah,
it was great. Yeah, right, but like,
what's the word I'm looking for? It was more subversive.
Duck Soup.
Duck Soup was more subversive. Yes.
Well, not only was it more subversive, but it was more sort of classic. And it's because the narrative structure of Duck Soup basically is like the court of the 18th century, right? And he's making fun of like the old monarchistic courts. Whereas The Great Dictator is very specific to like one. And I think that generally speaking, the Marx Brothers are more timeless in their comedic style. Even things like The Kid, which I think is a brilliant movie, where he adopts this kid, and it's just really well done with Charlie Chaplin. It's still very sort of stuck in its time of 1921, you know. It's or the Gold Rush or any of those other things, like it. Yeah. Except again,
in Modern Times.
I would say that Modern Times is probably the most timeless. But again, it's still stuck.
Yeah, it's very stuck in. I don't think it's so timeless. I mean, it's
or City Lights.
But I think it's definitely of its time.
But you take something like Night at the Opera or Day at the Races,
where it's so over the top that it really can't be stuck.
And I understand, like they don't have cell phones in there, but that's about it.
But it's so ridiculous anyway that it doesn't matter whether that didn't happen then. So it's
if you did scene for scene Night at the Opera, like a reshoot without any modifications,
like still almost work.
It would still almost work, and nobody would say, "Wait a second, isn't that like a Tennessee Williams era script?" You know, there was that one guy that tried to do it with Psycho, like in the 90s.
Yeah, that didn't. That was I don't know why he made it shot for shot. He just recreated the movie. What made him think someone would go see it?
The only difference was, I think, like Norman Bates was like masturbating or something like that.
What?
Well, no, it wasn't like visual, but the thing is that like in 1960s, or I mean, it basically what I don't really like Psycho because it's essentially a 50s snuff film.
Yeah.
And what it was is it was the exact same kind of cinema that was done in mass in the 50s and early 60s, except this one had Hitchcock's name behind it. But it's the same kind of craptastic movies. Then the slashers and all this stuff. There's thousands of them. It's almost like he saw them and said, "You know what? I'm going to make one."
This kind of explained the psychology at the end. In a
But there's a bunch of B movies that were like that. Basically, he was just trying to make a B movie as like, you know, for the masses. The thing about it is that, you know, there's a bunch of things that he just couldn't show, right? Like he couldn't show like the knife actually penetrating, right? He could have like, you know, Norman Bates looking through a little hole, but like he had to suggest what was Norman Bates doing as he's looking at the lady. Right. Whereas in the 97 or whatever, they're explicit about it.
Oh.
They're like, yes, the knife is penetrating the skin, you know, and so it's the stuff that like I guess the censors wouldn't have allowed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a snuff film. I don't think it's. Again, you know,
no one really died in it. Some films is when they really killed it.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of sort of crappy sort of. There's some good Hitchcock out there, but I don't think Birds and Psycho is on the list. I think Rope is.
Yeah, Rope and
just the premise of it is brilliant. Being a single shot was really nice. Rear Window? No.
Rear Window.
Rear Window's okay.
But really his other stuff.
I would say that Vertigo is fantastic. Vertigo's fabulous.
And what was the one with the plane overhead?
With Cary Grant?
Yeah.
North by Northwest is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Vertigo and North by Northwest are probably both great movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put that. I think that the opening title sequence to North by Northwest still gives me like goosebumps when I see it. It's that one that was done by that guy that did all of the logos for like the NBC logos. Very famous graphic artist. You know, and then they have that sort of who is that that musician in the background? Very famous guy.
Bernard Herrmann.
Bernard Herrmann. The Bernard Herrmann story is that thing, and then and then they make the stuff sort of match up with the building pictures as they do it.
Yeah, it's
really, really stunning. And just things like, there's just it's kind of like James Bond without the garbage. Because there's always something sort of swanky and Vegas about the Bond movies.
Yeah.
And it's like you take that out and you replace it with class, and then you get North by Northwest. I got nothing bad to say about that. But, you know, he did a bunch of movies. Like, even some silent films, you know that?
He did some silent movies. Yeah. And some of his movies were remakes of earlier British movies.
He's got lost movies, too.
Yeah, like the not the was it not the Third Man? What was the
The third man was
Yeah.
whoa.
what was the one? The Wrong Man or something?
Yes, the man who wasn't there.
He remade that.
Well,
It
he
was his
made
own
that one
movie.
twice.
Yeah, once in
In
England,
England and once
yeah.
in the U.S. I did see it. I saw both of them. Oh, you know what was also pretty fun was there was that one where at the end they're like on a merry-go-round, and then they speed it up, and the merry-go-round is like at 60 miles per hour.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one. Yeah. Oh, I did see it, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, that was nice. There was this one movie that I remember seeing in the 60s. No, I was not. It's from the 60s. It was this thing that was like, it was called the best Hitchcock movie that Hitchcock didn't make. And it was this, I'm going to give away the plot. But basically, the plot was that like a bunch of money was hidden, but it was hidden in the form of valuable stamps.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about that. What was the movie?
A fabulous movie.
Yeah.
And it was very Hitchcock.
Yeah.
It was the best Hitchcock movie that Hitchcock can make. I'm gonna take something back, and I'm gonna say that the last good Hitchcock movie was probably Frenzy. I think Frenzy was good. I think Frenzy was basically, if Hitchcock had lived another 10 years, I think he would have done some interesting things in the 80s. Because Frenzy was his post-Hays Code, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I can do whatever the heck I want now.
He did have another chance. He did Family Plot.
Yeah, but, you know.
It was like a kind of silly TV movie-ish.
Yeah. Family Plot was like Harold and Maude without the charm.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember from it is like the car chase scene, which reminds me of when Harold and Maude had the tree in the back, and they said, and they kept running away from the cop over and over again.
Oh.
So the guy that did Harold and Maude did Being There. He did some other films. I haven't seen any of his other work.
Colin Higgins.
Yeah.
Did he do Silver Streak?
The director?
Yeah.
Or the writer? Yeah, I haven't seen anything else. I really like those two movies. Of course. No, Hal Ashby is the guy's name.
Hal Ashby, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did some other stuff.
Let's see.
It was like Stanley Kubrick. Have you ever seen Lolita by Stanley Kubrick?
I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah. He did some 50s war movies too, but I haven't seen those either.
Hal Ashby, who died?
He died like
Very young.
1980 or so.
88, yeah. He died not extremely young, but too young. At 60.
Oh, yeah.
And here's some, let's see.
Director and writer.
8 Million Ways to Die. I didn't realize he did that. The Slugger's Wife. Stop Making Sense. Let's Spend the Night Together. Looking to Get Out. The Escape Artist. Secondhand Hearts, Being There, which was fantastic.
I've got a lot to catch up on.
Glory. Shampoo. The Last Detail. Harold and Maude, The Landlord. I guess The Landlord looks like his first directing job.
So look into it, yeah. I was looking at those other movies. Yeah, you know who hasn't done anything decent was the guy that Young Frankenstein. What's his face?
Mel Brooks.
He hasn't done anything funny since Blazing Saddles.
But he's also, I believe he's 98.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it anymore.
No, I'm saying he hasn't done anything funny since like 1980.
Yeah.
Like, what, History of the World? Didn't he do that one?
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, but that was before Blazing Saddles.
That was 79, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Blazing Saddles was first. Blazing Saddles. He did the original producers.
Then did Young Frankenstein.
He did the 7 chairs or the 12 chairs. Then he did Young Frankenstein. Then he did History of the World, or maybe he did Silent Movie first, or he did some not great ones.
Well, wasn't there another one? That was a Monty Python movie that was done with there was a Jesus character in it.
Oh, that's all of them. Mel Brooks is I'm sorry, he's only 94.
Sure.
Yeah, so
But like Life of Brian is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he did a lot of good stuff past then. He has been
My
funny.
works, yeah, after History of the World, that was about 80, maybe that was 82. Yeah, he did one, he did Life Stinks. He did a couple of things which just weren't very good.
Do you know who I think actually got... I think that one counterexample there would be Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen, who was a dramatic actor, and then all of a sudden, for the second half of his life, became the straight man. He became a comic actor only.
After he did Police Squad.
Yeah, that's all he did then.
Which completely bombed. He did 6 episodes, but it's the funniest 6 episodes I've ever seen. And you're like, yep, this is it for me from now on.
Yeah.
Then he did Airplane and...
Yeah, Airplane was before Police Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's just what he did, yeah. He just played the straight man in ridiculous movies.
And he did some other stuff after Hot Shots that wasn't very good.
But all kind of the same thing, yeah.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was other comedy, but I don't think it was the same style. I think he did sort of more traditional kind of... it's okay. He hasn't talked in like 20 minutes. If he starts talking again,
he's watching TV.
I'm right here.
I know, but like we don't have to sit next to each other or like sharing this thing. But we're talking about
Wait, you can... Oh yeah, you are still plugged in. I didn't
Leslie
see the
Nielsen
headphone for a second.
Yeah, he's the one who did the Nielsen ratings, right?
Yes, that's him.
Oh, he's interned in Fort Lauderdale, I see, where all good old people go to die. How did Leslie Nielsen die? From old age? What? Pneumonia, of course. That's the old age disease. There are some people that are still alive right now that were old when I was a kid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury was old when I was a kid, and my grandma was alive. She was watching Murder, She Wrote, and it was about this old lady that saw mystery movies. And my grandmother died 25 years ago. And she's still alive, you know? Or
Betty White.
Right, I was about to say Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White played an old lady on TV.
Betty White hosted freaking SNL in her 90s.
There's this great thing in not Hollywood Squares, the Match Game.
Okay.
And from the 70s, and they're all referring to Betty White as the old lady in a gentle comedy way. The rest of the panel, on the celebrity panel, Charles Nelson Riley and whoever was up there, Richard Dawson and Joyce Bulifant, and they're all kind of referring to her as the old lady. And 45 years later, she's the only one that's still alive. Everybody else on that panel has died a long time ago.
Because she was the only one that wasn't on drugs.
Yeah. The only sober one on the panel.
No, so there was like all of these terrible Leslie Nielsen movies that went out later on. So like there was one called Spanish Movie where he was called Dr. Nielsen, and Slapshot 3, the Junior League, American Carol superhero movie.
Spy Hard, Dracula Dead and Loving It.
It's just I'm going like he was funny from maybe 77 through through about 1990 or so, and then it just didn't work. What's
it's still just Isaac, Xander, and Mector.
No, those people already left.
No,
they're
yeah.
No, it's just
I'm back. Xander Raphael, I'm back.
Oh, yeah. But what does this thing say here? It doesn't really matter. Oh no, two. That's just you and Xander.
Okay.
But it's okay because I'm very proud of doing perhaps some of the highest quality Instagram live content ever.
And a bunch
this
of
is the highest quality thing.
A bunch of my followers kicked in for a second.
It's also got the finest production values.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like most people don't do stuff like this. Yeah. Like
it's plant with a plant.
Oh, the plant's not on screen.
There we go. Now it's on screen.
Here. Now we have to look
at set dressing.
Exactly. We have a little bit of Yeah, so I think this is a success. Other than for I'm going to get the speaker in here next time to plug
then
into
there'll
this
just
thing.
be feedback.
Huh?
You don't think there'll be feedback if you?
No, this is going to be hooked up to this thing.
But it'll still feedback.
Well,